For the past 3 years, Russian-born fashion designer Dasha Pomeranz has split her time between New York and Washington. Before that, she had spent over 11 years in London after moving there from Moscow. It was her life in the United States, however, that inspired her to create a new collection dedicated to immigration and women.
I realized I'm surrounded by immigrant women. My kids' friends' parents, my colleagues, they all had these amazing life stories. So I decided to collect them and turn them into skirt designs.
Pomeranz's latest collection of skirts, The Threads of Migration, is dedicated to some of the immigrant women she has met during her life in the U.S. Among them is an Ethiopian journalist who was arrested while covering elections at home, a Jewish woman from the Soviet Union escaping anti-Semitism, a Bolivian woman who grew up with domestic violence. One of the skirts was inspired by Vera Lalko, an immigrant from Kyiv who moved to the U.S. in the late 1990s and now provides support to her fellow Ukrainians back home as they fight to hold ground against Russian forces.
Dasha found out I have a foundation called Help Citizens of Ukraine. Through this foundation, I help Ukrainians, mostly with medication. I work with a number of hospitals here, and they give me medications I can donate to Ukraine.
Virginia-based Afghan artist Sugra Husseini also shared her story with Pomeranz. In Kabul, Husseini advocated for women's rights and access to education. But in 2016, she started receiving threats and decided to leave Afghanistan for the U.S.
The Taliban that is in power right now, even that time, they was not happy with my activity, my art activity, and then talking about women and women's rights. And then they wanted to kidnap me, kill me, and then to be a good example for other people or for other women.
Pomeranz is working to add more stories and designs to her collection as she prepares for a spring fashion show in New York.
There will be women from Haiti talking about what had happened there. It's incredible learning people's stories. There will be Somali women telling their stories too.
Pomeranz does more than share immigrant women's stories. Part of the proceeds from online sales of her designs go to various foundations supporting refugee women. Karina Bafradzhian, VOA News, Washington.